Here's an update from the KSHB 41 Weather Center. All right, what is going on besides heat? Well, we have heat and we do have a cold front, and we have a major hurricane. Let's go through all of this. Now, first, the heat. Here, on average, between May and September in Kansas City, we average about 39 days, 90 or higher. 16 of those are 95 or higher. Well, so far this season, we've had 26 days 90 or higher, which is about on pace for average number of days. But the number of days 95 or higher is 3. So we are well below average on that. That's why we haven't had our first heat wave of the season. It requires 3 straight days 95 or higher for that to happen. Right now, we have 1 consecutive day. Today might be 2, and tomorrow might be 3. If that happens, it'll be our first heat wave. But then it's going to end after that because cold front will arrive and bring us some rain. Now, as far as rainfall is concerned, we're doing pretty good. We're still about 2 inches above average officially at KCI, and that's after an extremely wet July, 9.74 inches. Some areas around Kansas City had over a foot of rain in July. August has been pretty dry at KCI. There are areas that have had more than that, areas that have had less, and so most areas are going to need some rain, though, by the time we're done with this, because that topsoil dries out pretty fast this time of year, especially with sunshine and 95-degree weather. So let's take a look at what is going on. First, we have a major hurricane. This is Erin, 145-mile-per-hour winds. It is just shy of a Category 5. Look at that eye. Look how organized it is. But here is the good news. It is going to miss a lot of land. It is going to mainly miss the Caribbean islands. It's going to miss the United States. It's going to miss Bermuda. Now, indirect effects with some outer bands in the islands, possibly into Bermuda, and riptide currents also on all the coasts. Those can be dangerous, but it's not like getting hit by a Category 4 or 5 hurricane. And it's going to strengthen probably some more, so it might become a Category 5 before it weakens a little bit. So thankfully, we won't have to deal with that. Now, what we're dealing with right now is the opposite of a storm or a cyclone, an anticyclone. As you can see it rotating clockwise here, and all the thunderstorms are rotating around the leading edge, around the periphery of that heat. We've been in that periphery, especially in July. That's why it was so wet. And the upper level high for today is really establishing itself right over us. But look what happens on Tuesday. It shifts to the west. And that opens, there's Erin, you can see there threading the needle of all that land, thank goodness. So as we take a look at our upper level flow on Tuesday, upper level highs to the west, we have a little upper level low coming through with a cold front. So that will increase the thunderstorm chances and decrease the temperatures. As we take a look at our powercast here, today 95, the front that will help our heat is still sitting up in the northern plains where it's in the 70s and 80s. Then as we go into Sunday, we are still sitting around 95. 104 in Omaha because the humidity a little less there. And look at the 70s in Wisconsin and Minnesota with some rain and thunderstorms, too much rain. I'll show you that here coming up. And then on Monday, a few degrees cooler, but still pretty steamy as we track some thunderstorms possibly forming. Front is stalled, but on Tuesday, that front is on the move. And we have a better chance of thunderstorms. Now, it says 74 here, but if you look closely, it's not the high temperature. That is just temperatures because it'll probably be around 90. Thunderstorms will form, will drop into the 70s. Now, up in Wisconsin in the 70s and even 60s, that's without thunderstorms. It's a nice little front. It's going to lose its punch when it gets here, lose some punch, so we're not going to get that comfortable, but we will get into the 80s with lower humidity. Now, how about the rainfall part of this? Well, on Monday morning, it should be dry. Monday afternoon, a few thunderstorms will form, and any of these thunderstorms can produce some gusty winds, 40, 50 miles per hour. They can produce flash flooding because they're not moving very fast, and you can get rainfall rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour, but they're in scattered locations. Not all will have that. It's not organized. And then Monday night, it kind of fades away, and then that little system comes in on Tuesday, and this data has the thunderstorms forming over us and then moving off by Tuesday night. So we'll see how that goes. We're all going to need some rain, but we're all not going to get the rain. Then on Wednesday afternoon, we'll start to finally feel the effect of the northeast breeze. The humidity will come down, especially Wednesday night and into Thursday. How much rain are we expecting? Well, within that yellow circle is the rain is after the weekend because we have to wait for this upper level high to break down. Also within that circle, you're going to have a zone of scattered thunderstorms. And within that circle, or that's not really a circle, a shape, a yellow shape there, you're also going to have these scattered thunderstorms. You're going to have rainfall amounts that range from less than 1/10 of an inch to 2 to 4 inches in spots. We know we're in an area that's going to have scattered thunderstorms. We have no idea, literally no idea, where the heaviest downpours will set up. We just have to see how it evolves. Now, up in the Minnesota-Wisconsin area, it's widespread 2 to 4, 4 to 7 inch rainfall, and that will hit everybody because it's more organized. And remember, Milwaukee had a foot of rain last weekend. They don't need any more, but I think they're going to get a few more inches, hopefully not a major flash flood like last weekend. So as we take a look at our forecast today, around 95, heat index 105 to 115. The higher heat index values will be out in rural areas where the corn and the soybeans are evapotranspirating. The water that's in the ground comes through the plant, uses it, and then it kind of lets some of it off. And so when it does that, the dew points get higher, heat index goes up. But it's hot everywhere. Now tonight, clear, nice, kind of interesting. The moon rise is at 12:20 a.m. Why is that important? Well, the Perseid meteor shower is still going on. It's past peak, but when it was at peak a few days ago, the moon was up and it was 90% and then 80% illuminated, so bright it was blocking out some of the flashes from the meteors. Well, tonight, before midnight, it'll be dark, no moon, and clear. So tonight might actually be a good night to do that. I may do that, we shall see. And then on Sunday, back to 95 again, back to a heat index of 105 to 115. On the Super 10-day forecast, it is 92 Monday. Tuesday is our best chance of thunderstorms. Wednesday, we start to feel the effects of the cooler weather. And Thursday and Friday, in the 80s, lows in the low 60s to mid 60s. Great weather out at Arrowhead for their home preseason game. Have a great weekend. Stay healthy.